Hello, I am Assistant Professor P. SASIREKA, Department of Zoology, Bharathiyaar Arts and Science College for Women, Devya Kuruchi. Now we can see about digestive system of human. Food is defined as a composite mixture of various substances. It contains carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, as well as vitamins and minerals. It supplies energy which makes the day to day life activities. However, our body is incapable of using certain biomacromolecules such as carbohydrates in their original form. The digestive system to break down food biomacromolecules into smaller simple molecules such as maltose and amino acids. Our digestive system comprises the alimentary canal and the digestive glands. The alimentary canal is long pathway from mouth to anus. It includes organs such as mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. The anterior opening of alimentary canal is called mouth. Mouth leads to oral cavity or buccal cavity. It contains teeth and tongue. Each side of the cavity contains jawbone with sockets, forming a type of attachment known as thecodon arrangement. The hard substance covering a teeth is called enamel. It helps in breakdown of the food. Human beings develops two sets of teeth during their lifetime. Hence, this type is known as dipudent. The permanent teeth of adults has four types. Incisors represented by I. Canines represented by C. Premolars and molars represented by PM and M respectively. The arrangement of teeth, half are upper and half appear in lower jaw. In I, C, PM, and M in the order of dental formula of an adult 2123 bar 2123. The tongue is a muscular organ. It is attached with oral cavity is called frenulum. It contains two important structures on the surface. They are papillae and taste buds. The tongue push the masticated food or bolus into the pharynx. The pharynx opens into the windpipe or trachea and esophagus. The narrow tubular muscular organ, when food move through the pharynx, the trachea closed by a wall called epiglottis. The pharynx is followed by esophagus. It passes the food from the pharynx to the stomach. At the end of the esophagus lies the gastroesophageal sphincter. It prevents the reverse passage of food. The stomach has J-shaped sac. It is largest part of the alimentary canal. It has the anterior end esophagus and posterior end small intestine. Part is called duodenum. Gastric acid inside the stomach digests the food we eat. The stomach has made of three major parts: the fundus portion, next cardiac portion, and pyloric portion. At the end of pyloric portion has pyloric sphincter. It regulates the flow of food from the stomach into duodenum. The first part of the small intestine is called duodenum. The duodenum is followed by jejunum and ileum. Those are comprises the small intestine. While the duodenum is the short C-shaped portion, the jejunum is the long coiled portion. The ileum, on the other hand, is the highly coiled region that is opens into the large intestine. The large intestine, which is the second large part of the alimentary canal, it is divided into three regions, namely the cecum, colon, and rectum. The cecum is a small blind sac which has some symbiotic microbes like E. coli. In humans, the cecum contains a finger-like tubular projection called vermiform appendix. Its function is vestigial or functionless. The cecum opens into the colon, which is divided into three limbs, namely ascending, transverse, and descending limbs. The descending part of the colon leads to the rectum, a bat-like structure. It contains undigested food and fecal matter. The rectum leads to last part of the alimentary canal is called anus, which adjusts undigested waste and fecal matter. The lateral wall of the alimentary canal contains four layers, namely the serosa, muscularis, submucosa, and mucosa. The serosa, the outermost layer, is made of mesoepithelial cells. The serosa is followed by the muscularis, is made of mesoepithelial cells, and muscle layers called circular inner layer and longitudinal outer layer contain smooth muscle cells. The next layer is submucosa, containing blood vessels, nerve endings, and lymphatic vessels. In this layer surrounding the duodenum contains some glands. Finally, the innermost layer, mucosa, lies the human alimentary canal. It is an important layer as the mucous epithelium has goblet cells which helps in lubricate the secreting mucus. In the stomach, mucosa forms gastric glands and irregular folds called rugae. Whereas in the small intestine, mucosa forms villi, small finger-like projections. The mucosa also forms crypts called crypts of Leberkan between the bases of villi. The villi has in the surface small brush-like projection is called microvilli. Both villi and microvilli increased in the area of absorption in the intestine. Villi contain a large network capillaries and has a large lymphatic vessel called lacteal. The tissues of alimentary canal wall are modified by their function. The another part of the digestive system has digestive glands, namely salivary glands, liver, and pancreas, are collectively known as digestive glands. The salivary gland, located just outside the oral cavity, and pour the saliva into the mouth. It has three parts: parotid gland, located in the cheek; submandibular gland, found in lower jaw; and the sublingual gland, located below the tongue. The liver, the largest gland of the body. It is located in the abdominal cavity just below the diaphragm. It has two hepatic lobes, which are thin connective tissue called Glissen's capsule. These lobules contain cells called hepatocytes in the form of cards. The bile secreted by the hepatic cells passes through the hepatic duct and stored in the gallbladder. The duct emerging from the gallbladder along with the hepatic duct to form common bile duct. Its function, it conduct the bile pour into the duodenum. The other digestive gland is called pancreas, situated in the duodenum. The pancreas is a compound, elongated organ consisting of exocrine and endocrine parts. Exocrine part secretes pancreatic juices and endocrine part secretes hormones such as insulin and glucagon. The pancreatic duct from the exocrine part of pancreas carries the pancreatic juice to join common bile duct and open into duodenum as the hepatopancreatic duct, which is guarded by the sphincter of Oddi.